Chicagoland, obviously this is a really big event. What all Chicagoland players came out for this?
Plenty. Ned was in my carpool.
Correct. Okay,
And
Ned.
he got second in squads yesterday,
Mhm.
and he's I think third seed at this tournament. He was really highly seeded. But
Yeah, I think I saw Tata was here, right?
deservedly so. Yeah, Atata's here, and Atata is our new #1 on the PR because Ned hasn't really been going to like the local stuff. So Ned is a #0 this season.
Yeah, as he should be, honestly. I mean, his results are insane. Yeah, so we got Lucas versus Ness. Nice, okay. Yeah, I was looking it up, EXO. It's going to be in here as the Ness. So this matchup, I feel like it's very scrappy. They both actually have, like, both these characters have really, really good boxing tools. I think their zoning ability with PK Fire is honestly about the same. Ness is able to confirm a lot off of it, but, you know, it's honestly, it's about equal.
And I think we're going to see a couple of those Psy Magnet baits back and forth as just like kind of a soft parry on the PK Fires each way. Get a little bit of healing in if you can. You can also use the baseball bat or the wood stick as a reflect on the PK Fire too.
True.
And then immediately see it.
And Lucas's PK Fire getting reflected is devastating. That's actually like a ton of knockback. So I think the biggest difference maker here is like which one of them has like their combo routes more labbed out together, because they both have like really crazy advantage states if you put the time in.
Oh, and that yo-yo could be really threatening at the ledge, particularly, well, Lucas doesn't have a yo-yo, right? So it's going to be tricky for him to get back onto the stage if it comes down to it. But that tether could be a lifesaver in certain situations.
Yeah, he's going to have to be really careful about using the tether and just kind of like stalling out, making sure he doesn't attack by that yo-yo. But all that aside, eating the back air, now EXO is taking the first game. But Aalaxel's not too far out of it. I like that. Using the side magnet as a bait, and now there you go, free stop. Both of them can do that to each other, of course.
I forgot how goofy that is. I haven't seen a side kid ditto in so very long. Yep, you can take away the recovery just so easily, and then that evens this up.
Yeah, and you're gonna see that way more on happening to EXO way more because A, Lucas can travel way further with his up B, and B, because he has rope snake, he's gonna be in that position way less often. And like EXO doesn't have a plan B. Like he's gotta like save his jumps appropriately, or you know he'll die to that interaction.
And in a lot of situations in other matchups where Ness would have the time to like properly set up a wall tech to double PK Thunder, but if you're taking that much time to set up, that's so easy for Lucas to sneak down there and magnet.
All right, I like the magnet stalls. We're definitely seeing a little bit of tech from, honestly, both of these players. Both these players have been, like, giving us little flashes of, like, advanced gameplay. But I don't really know who's going to come out ahead of this. Right now, it looks like Aalaxel is just trying to really space out EXO with these PK Fires. But it hasn't been, like, that effective, and I think EXO is starting to kind of pick up on it.
Well, with how scrappy this game is, you're already seeing it here in this advantage state from EXO. Just the raw kill power from Ness on just raw aerials, right? Just like a quick back air or a quick up air. That might be the difference maker, right? Because Lucas's just one-touch aerial KO power is not nearly as strong.
Yeah, I think so. I think what's sliding this further and further in EXO's favor is that, like, because Aalaxel is so committed to throwing those PK Fires out at mid-range and he's just kind of, like, outmaneuvering it, he's just getting a lot of, like, reactionary punishes for it. But on the opposite, Aalaxel is absorbing a ton of these PK Fires. He's healed a lot this set, actually. He's healed, like, probably, like, 40% or so by now.
He's probably healed 30 on this stop just in those 2 PK Fire interactions.
Right.
Which that's the difference between 50% like, extra credit and, well, the 16 you see here on the screen. Okay, good catch with the forward tilt.
Also like that, well, I don't like, but getting grabbed by Lucas is such a mix-up because all of his throws are good. I never really know if he's going to try to combo me, if he's going to try to kill me with, like, up throw, what he wants to do. But he doesn't really have a bad throw once he grabs you, so you just have to be like, which way am I going to die at this point? You know?
Right, it all depends on stage positioning, I suppose. But then there's the DI mix-up potential there.
Ooh, good from the grab. All right, here we go. Another scrappy interaction right there. Just the F tilts and even a down smash. Even if things back up, Aalaxel's got to recover. Air dodging in unsafely against EXO. Gets nared towards the stage instead of away from it. That could have been really disastrous. But yeah, we are looking at an extremely even game once again.
Oh, look at that. So the PK Fire lingered in that weird trade where both PK Fires went through for enough time to heal.
Back throw's going to do it. EXO's going to take the first game. Oh, we got some crowd popping off here. All right. And this is an Ohio player, so, you know, we're on this turf, so that's what we want to see.
You love to see the crowd. This is the most active I've seen the crowd all
Wow,
day.
that man is running. That was the first game of a pools match. That man he's in a full stride. He is galloping out of pure joy and excitement.
Ness and Lucas.
Ness and Lucas, woohoo!
My favorite game.
Can you believe it, guys? Ness and Lucas, woohoo! But yeah, that was honestly a really close game. I think if Aalaxel mixes it up a little bit with his pressure, like if you recognize that your opponent is perfectly comfortable with the one projectile you have and they're just kind of like waiting on you, then just, you know, throw it out a little less, kind of mix it up and go in there and scrap a little bit. Because when it came to like those up close boxing moments, Aalaxel was winning a lot of them. I think EXO's damage output was higher. Like he was getting a lot of like PK fire into like magnet bear, PK fire into like up smash. So he was doing more damage when he was right, but Aalaxel was winning a lot of those scraps anyway.
Yeah, and it might just be a matter of like finding, just like you mentioned, the right time to throw out the right aerial.
Yeah.
And that could be a matter of spacing, right? It's so hard to space against Ness because Ness is so floaty and ambiguous, right?
Yeah, he can mix up his momentum so heavily because of like the magnet cancels and stuff. But I think if Aalaxel like starts mixing it up with like some PK fire, but also like some Zair, I feel like Lucas's Zair is just Lucas's Zair is actually really, really, really strong in a vacuum. But if you're able to just kind of use that, like go from like mid range to close range, just kind of like go back and forth, because EXO was just too comfortable with the stage spacing you gave him.
Right.
So he's got to kind of like corner him a little bit and like maybe get him to the ledge and then start mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, you've got to create a zone where like Ness doesn't feel safe to throw out the PK fire because you're a little close, but also you're out of range of those aerials, right? And that's where that rope snake is going to be so effective.
All right, let's see what we got out here. Does not get the forward air from that, unfortunately for EXO, so Lax's going to be fine. Isn't getting a big combo.
Knocking him into the right. Oh, and setting up with a PK fire zone. I expected worse. Oh, and that just immediately cancels out the knockback of the PK Thunder 2.
See what I'm saying, man? EXO is getting way more damage off these interactions than Aalaxel. That was a perfect example. He just took like 60, 70 off that.
I mean, that's Ness in a nutshell, right? Ness' damage output is crazy. But in theory, Lucas should have similar. But maybe just the combo starters aren't finding their mark properly here for Aalaxel.
I think one thing that's the difference between them is that, like, Lucas can objectively do more damage than Ness when he's right, but also it takes a lot more execution to, like, get those high damage strings. And it doesn't take... It takes maybe half as much execution from Ness's side to do that damage.
And if you miss the execution as a Lucas player, you're going to eat a trade with a Nair, right, for Ness, because Ness is so good at just having a quick aerial to ruin someone's combo game if it's not 100% on point.
I like what Aalaxel was thinking, though. We saw that earlier. He'll throw out a projectile just as a bait for EXO to heal it and then get like a hard punish. That's something I have to do a lot in the Snake Ness matchup is like try to force him to magnet and try to heal so you can get like the actual big punish you want. And Aalaxel's very aware. You saw him cancel that PK freeze trying to get that off. But EXO responded in kind and just put on way more damage once he made it back to the stage.
Right, and I don't think EXO is even like thinking game plan number one is heal. He just healed in that instance, of course, because of commentator's curse, right?
Right, of course, right.
That helped him get back to the stage more than it helped him heal. He wasn't really concerned about the fact that he's at 120+%. He just knows there's going to be a projectile in that spot, and he's just using it like stage control almost.
He also isn't healing that much when he's only getting like 3-4% because like obviously it doesn't do that much damage. It's way more focused on like the knockback you get from that move. Up, no, back there. Okay. See,
yeah,
I never know.
That's the DI mix-up. But there's a great trade here for Aalaxel, getting on the board.
See, if that was me, I would have died. I was DIing for up throw. I would have got back right there.
You would have been holding straight right and would have looked very goofy on stream.
Yes, I'd have been like, wow, Lucas has been working out, huh?
So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we saw Lucas down throw into go for a punish, and then Ness Nair just comes out because your punish game wasn't 100% tight, right?
Exactly.
Ness is so good at disrupting in anything other than a superb combo game.
Yeah, and like Lucas doesn't really have an option that like competes with that either. So like he can throw stuff out if he wants to, but it's not nearly as scary. Like you saw that forward air, like he's fine. Like, you know, it wasn't nearly as threatening as that neutral air was.
Right. And that's just the kill power of like pretty much all of Ness's aerials, right? Ness has crazy kill power.
Ooh. All right. I thought he was gonna go out there for the magnet gimp. That's fine. That kill screen is, or that zoom in is very fake. Very rarely do you actually die to that move straight up.
Yeah, the knockback on that one, that's the multi-hit.
Ooh. Ooh. All right, Aalaxel firing back with that down smash, and this is not over just yet. And getting some combos that we really need to see to kind of even his damage out. Only like 30% between them now. This could still be Aalaxel's game.
That's exactly what you mentioned, and exactly what the doctor ordered here for Aalaxel is a combo game to rival Ness's 0 to 50 in an instant. And now all of a sudden you can use these PK fires to space, and the stage control goes Aalaxel's way.
And see, now that he's mixed it up more and he's shown him, you know, different spacing, kind of mix it up a little bit, now he's starting to land more of those PK fires. Now he's getting them. Now he's like combating EXO's like double jump PK or full hot PK fire that he's been going for. He's punishing them with his.
I gotta sneak away here. Okay. getting past the down smash just barely, and that grab was just a character length or so away from ending the game.
This is really, really close. Oh man, he's trapped to the ledge. He's had a really tough time getting back to the stage, especially with Yo-Yo, and there it is. Gonna get the up smash call out. You saw him go high because he was afraid of the down smash going to the ledge, and maybe he's like, okay, I'll just go around it. But he was charging up smash instead, so it covered that angle, and EXO was able to take that 2-0. But once again, it was close, though. It really was close, you guys.
2-0, report it with an asterisk to the TO desk.
For real.
It was close.
Like, update start GG and be like, nah, for real. Just like throw that in the comment. Like, nah, I swear. Like, nah, he got lucky. 2-0, but he got lucky. You know, one of those. But
again, all good matches so far.
Yeah,
they've been nail biters.
Yeah, they've been fun. That was a really fun one to watch because you got to see in real time how they would respond to each other's pressure, and you did see a lot of adaptation coming from Aalaxel, but he just wasn't able to clutch it. And EXO was playing pretty solid the entire time, so he didn't even need to make as many changes as Aalaxel did because he was pretty much mostly in the driver's seat. But yeah, really good game, truly, genuinely really good game.